Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Just a quick disclaimer, this isn't financial advice, just my personal opinion and research. Now, as you can see, I'm generally pretty tech heavy in my portfolio, but with the Fed now in easing mode and the US housing activity stabilizing, I've been hunting for high quality exposure to the residential construction cycle. And that's where QXO comes in, a company that only went public in its current form 6 months ago, but it's led by someone with one of the best track records of value creation in public markets. I first broke this thesis down about a month ago. It was actually the first video I did since coming back to YouTube. But since then, the stock has basically gone nowhere. It dipped into the mid $16 during November's sell-off, and it's now sitting right around $20. The market still isn't pricing in meaningful growth or margin leverage, but I think that shift is coming. And when it does, this starts looking very cheap relative to how peers trade on forward earnings. In the first video I did a month ago, I pointed out that the consensus average for price targets were around $37, and really that hasn't changed all that much. The consensus average has moved down to $30. However, some of these analysts are still seeing between an 80 and 100% upside, with the analysts from Wolf Research seeing 134% upside. And the core idea hasn't changed, and it's very straightforward. The market is valuing QXO as if EBITDA margins are permanently capped at around 10-11%, and it's like it won't get more efficient. Move the margins from 11 to even 13% and the earning power changes dramatically. When I dig into any name at this depth, I always spend a lot of time on leadership. In this case, the CEO is Brad Jacobs, the same guy who built United Rentals into a global leadership through roll-ups, took XPO from 200 millions of revenues to over 15 billion, and then spun out GXO and RXO, creating roughly $12 billion of public company value along the way. In my view, this isn't hope. It's a repeatable playbook run by someone who's already done it multiple times. Since that video, we've also got Q3 earnings, and everything is tracking exactly as laid out. Revenues at 2.7 billion, adjusted EBITDA 301 million. That's an 11.1% margin. Brad Jacobs again reaffirmed the goal to organically double Legacy Beacon's EBITDA to more than 2 billion within 5 years. They also closed a 2.5 billion refinancing of Legacy Beacon debt in October, lowering interest costs and giving the balance sheet a ton more flexibility ahead of any larger moves. So in short, execution is on track, capital structure is cleaned up, margin traction is steady, and there's no surprises, no resets. And yet, the stock is still at $20. So why no re-rating? I think there's 3 main reasons. First, it's still a show me story for institutions. QXO came public through a reverse merger. It's digesting the massive Beacon acquisition, and the reported numbers are still getting cleaned up. A lot of funds want to see a couple more quarters of organic growth and margin proof before they commit big. Second is lingering structural overhang. The reverse merger path left a messy cap table for a while, lockup expirations created uncertainty, and some screens still don't pick it up cleanly. No major insider selling has happened, but the perception of opacity keeps some capital on the sidelines. Third, valuation paralysis. On trailing numbers with no margin expansion, the stock looks more or less fairly valued. The problem is almost no one is backing in the forward margin upside that Jacobs is explicitly guiding to. Get even halfway from 11% to the mid-teens, which is exactly what he did at XPO, and $20 is nowhere close to the fair value. And all of this is playing out against a macro backdrop that's turning more favorable by the week. The Fed has already cut rates twice this cycle, and the markets are pricing in another 25 basis points cuts next week, plus at least 2 more in 2026. Mortgage rates have already fallen from 7% in October to the low 6s, the lowest level in more than a year, and housing starts are volatile month to month, but the 2025 year-to-date average is still running above pre-COVID norms. With Donald Trump set to appoint a new Fed chair in early 2026, someone almost certainly to lean dovish, QXO, in my opinion, is one of the purest ways to play a full restart of the US residential construction cycle. Roofing, siding, windows, everything that goes into a house. So to sum it up, management is executing, margins are holding, the balance sheet is fixed, the macro tailwinds are lining up, yet the stock is still stuck around $20, priced as if none of this is going to happen. To me, this remains one of the clearest risk to reward setups in the market right now, especially if we start to see any tangible margin inflection in 2026. If you missed the original deep dive, I'll link it below. Feel free to drop a comment. Maybe you feel the market is sleeping on QXO also, or maybe you think I'm completely wrong. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.